Welcome to Straight Outta Scripture, a nod to my West Coast roots and a daily dive into who God is and to who we are in Him. Today, we are going to discuss the seemingly strange steps of obedience in becoming victorious in the land of Jericho. The story of the fall of Jericho is a powerful reminder that God's ways are not always the ways that we expect. In Joshua chapter 6, God gave the Israelites a plan to take the fortified city of Jericho, but it wasn't a military strategy that made sense to human understanding. Instead of attacking the city with weapons, God instructed them to march around the city once a day for 6 days. On the seventh day, they were to march around the city 7 times. And at the sound of the priest's trumpets, they were to shout. That was the plan. March, blow horns, and shout. No siege engines, no battle formations, just trust and obedience. Now imagine that you were the soldiers. Imagine how you would have felt. They were ready to fight, and God asked them to walk in silence day after day. From a human standpoint, it must have seemed foolish. How could marching and shouting tear down these massive walls? But God's instructions were clear. He was testing their obedience, not their strength. It was a moment to demonstrate that victory doesn't come from human might, but from God's power. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." On the seventh day, when the Israelites followed God's instructions exactly, the walls of Jericho collapsed. And this wasn't just about bringing down a city, it was about bringing their hearts into full submission to God's authority. The walls didn't fall because they were shouting, they fell because of their obedience and their faith. Jericho teaches us that sometimes God just asks us to do things that don't make sense, whether it's forgiving someone who hurt us, giving when we have very little, or waiting patiently when we want to act. God often seems to have unconventional ways, but they are meant to grow our faith and dependence on Him. The question is, will we trust Him even when it doesn't align with our logic? The Israelites didn't win the battle of Jericho because of their weapons, they won it through faith. And when we follow God in obedience, even when it doesn't make sense, He brings victories that we could have never achieved on our own. So I hope you guys enjoyed this word for today. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will talk to you soon, and God bless you.